Just another sunny day in Southern California. It's where the people came to play. Don't let them transform you. Oh, come and see what you've been missing on a little slice of heaven. It's the only place we're living. It's that West Coast point of view. Easy when it's always summertime for you and I.
Hey guys, welcome to today's meal prep video. We are cooking up a couple of new recipes today. We're doing a honey balsamic glazed chicken with a bunch of roasted veggies. My husband's going to grill that chicken on the grill. I'm going to do the vegetables in here, and then we're also going to do a spicy shrimp with some cauliflower fried rice as well. Both of these recipes I got from Skinnytaste online, and I will link both of those recipes down below. Of course, I am modifying them a little bit, pretty much for the shrimp. I'm just going to use the seasoning on the shrimp to cook it, and then I'm going to make my normal Asian fried rice that I make with the cauliflower with the little packet of stuff. So that is our meal prep for today, and then of course I will be making some of my cookies as well. I've been out of those for the past couple of days. I don't know what's been wrong with me not making my cookies, but I thought I would just wait until today to do it. But anyway, I am glad that you are here, and I hope that you enjoy this video. And if you haven't already, please click that subscribe button and like this video, and click that notification bell so that you don't miss any time that I upload. I typically try to upload about 3 to 4 times per week. I'm usually doing grocery hauls, what I eat in a day, meal preps, sometimes just some chit chat videos, sit down, get ready with me, things like that. So I have lots of content for you, so become part of the family. Click that subscribe button, and let's get into the video. Okay guys, before I jump in the shower and get ready to really start my meal prep, this is the recipe that we are using. It is honey balsamic grilled chicken and vegetables, and it says that you're supposed to marinate your chicken for at least an hour or overnight. And so to make the marinade, you're going to need some, well, it says a clove of garlic, but I'm just going to use this minced garlic and some pesto. I got this Barilla pesto. I've never used it. I really haven't cooked a lot of things with pesto before, so we will see. Some crushed red pepper flakes. I think the juice of half a lime, or maybe the full lime, and then half a teaspoon of salt. So what I'm going to do is just mix this up in this bowl. Charlie is getting the chicken ready, and then we're just going to cover it and let it sit in the refrigerator because it'll probably be 2 or 3 hours before we cook this. And this actually is a recipe for the grill, so I think that Charlie's going to take it outside. It is going to be 80 degrees here today, even though it is the middle of November, and we are going to just grill this like it says to and have a nice little meal of chicken and veggies this week. I'm going to make the marinade for the grilled chicken, and I need 3 tablespoons of pesto, which I'm just going to use this teaspoon because my tablespoon won't fit down in there. So I'm just going to kind of do 3 really heaping teaspoons. I think that will be good. And then I'm going to need, it says a clove of crushed garlic, but I'm just going to use a teaspoon of this minced garlic. I think that's about the equivalent of a clove. We'll do a generous teaspoon in there. And then I'm also going to need 1/4 of a teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes. So I do have a little 1/4 of a teaspoon, which I'm not going to overdo it on those because, you know, those are going to be a little spicy. And then I'm going to need half a teaspoon of salt. The salt's almost empty in this thing. This says I need the juice of half of a lime, so I'm going to put my lime in here. And we are just going to squeeze that right in here. This actually smells really good. Okay, so that's all for the marinade. We're going to put the chicken and put the marinade over it in here. My little cat Luna is trying to get up here, by the way, if you see her. I don't know, she's trying to get this piece of plastic. Anyway, we are going to put the chicken in here, and I'm just going to coat it really well with the marinade and probably kind of turn it over 2 or 3 times before we actually put it on the grill later. But I think this is going to be really good. Okay, so I have my chicken cut up. We just took, I think, 4 chicken breasts and sliced them in half to make them kind of thinner. And I'm just going to put the marinade over it. Okay, there we go. We've got it all coated with the pesto marinade sauce with the lime juice, red pepper flakes, and everything. And I'm just going to cover it and pop it in the refrigerator. And then we are going to put this on the grill today. Okay guys, I'm going to wash up the asparagus. We've already washed and chopped up the poblano peppers and the zucchini, and then I have 1 red bell pepper here. This is all for the chicken meal that we are making. And we've already chopped up my peppers that I'm going to dice for my eggs and stuff that I use every morning. Now I'm going to get the asparagus washed, and then I'm going to soak the blueberries for about 10 minutes and then put together my fruit bowls. And of course I like to use the white distilled vinegar in here with the blueberries, and I've also washed my other vegetables with this as well. And then I will just let the blueberries soak for about 10 minutes or so and then rinse those really well. Okay, now I'm getting ready to get the little glaze together for the vegetables, which is some olive oil, balsamic vinegar, honey, and some salt. I'm just going to mix that together, and then we're going to get these vegetables sauteing in the skillet. I'm going to set you down here and show you how I mix this together. Okay, so for this mixture, it calls for 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, which I'm just going to use this plain one we picked up at Kroger yesterday. And then it also calls for 1 tablespoon of raw honey. So I'm just going to use the Simple Truth organic brand we picked up at Kroger yesterday as well. And then Charlie has taken the chicken out to the grill. He's going to grill it. It's been marinating in the refrigerator probably for about 3 hours now. And I'm just going to cook all of the vegetables in here in a big skillet together. So this dressing, basically, we just kind of set it to the side and pour it over everything once everything is cooked. Hopefully that mixes well. I'll mix it up a little bit better before we pour it over. I just wanted to go ahead and get that together. So all of the veggies are prepped except for the asparagus, which I have it all here. And I'm just going to chop the ends off of it and then kind of cut it into some bite-sized pieces. Okay, I hope that you can see. Okay, the sun's kind of coming through the windows right here. But I'm just going to spray this skillet and turn this on. Get this warm, and I'm just going to put the vegetables in here and season them really well with salt and pepper and just cook them and stir them constantly until they are done. And then once the chicken is done on the grill, we'll put it together, and then this balsamic vinaigrette glaze that we made will be poured over the top of them, and that's going to be one of our meals for this week. I think this will be a nice low point meal. I will need to calculate it. I was supposed to do that last night. I forgot. I need to put it in my tracker. But of course all of the vegetables will be 0. The honey will count a little bit of points, and the 2 tablespoons of olive oil. I'm not sure on the balsamic vinegar or the, well, that might be the only thing that really counts points. The chicken will be 0. So this should be a fairly low point meal. Let me see if she has it. Because this is a Skinnytaste recipe, and she does put points down here. She has 4 smart points on here. Trying to see if there's anything. Oh, the pesto. that we did the glaze on the chicken with, so that's probably where the other points are coming in from. So she's saying 4 points for the blue plan, 5 points for green, and 4 points for the purple plan as well. Again, I will link this in the description box below. And I really wanted to try something with some lower carbs this week since I had such a bad weigh-in last week, so that's one reason, you know, I was just going to switch it up and not have my normal rolls or bread or whatever with my meals. And the shrimp meal, we are substituting cauliflower fried rice instead, cauliflower rice instead of regular rice. And of course, this only calls for salt and pepper, but I am going to put in a little bit of garlic powder just to give it a little bit more flavor. Just a little bit. And a little bit of ground cumin. And a little bit of chili powder as well. You don't have to do this, but I just love this combination of seasonings in just about everything. So I'm just going to turn these down on low and probably put the lid on and just kind of let them soften up. Okay, so here are the vegetables. They are ready. I've just put them on this platter to cool a little bit while I'm waiting on the chicken. Once the chicken is off of the grill, we're going to put it over here, and then I'm just going to drizzle that balsamic vinaigrette that we put together on top. And I think it's going to be delicious. We'll see. I haven't never made a meal like this before, but it seems like a nice low carb, low point meal, and hopefully it will be delicious and filling. Okay, so here is the chicken and the veggies. It looks and smells delicious. And then I have the balsamic vinegar, the olive oil, salt and pepper. I can't remember what else went in this. And honey mixture. And I'm gonna just literally kind of drizzle this over everything. And there it is. It looks delicious. Okay guys, here is the honey balsamic glazed chicken. We've just put it on this nice platter so that we could pour the glaze over the top of it and just let it sit here and cool and kind of soak that glaze up for a few minutes, and then we will portion it out into the 6 servings for the week. Okay, now I'm going to plate up the chicken and the vegetables. And I'm just going to try to divide it as evenly as I can. I'm not going to measure the vegetables. They are 0 points for the most part. And then I'll just divide out whatever the points is for the glaze. I'll put it in my tracker and just see what it is and divide it into 6 equal portions. Okay, here is the honey balsamic glazed chicken and veggies. This again is a Skinnytaste recipe, and I will have it linked down below. Of course, I did make some modifications, as you will see if you watch the full video, and it looks and smells delicious. This seems like a nice low carb meal for the week, and it also looks like it's going to be pretty filling. Lots of veggies in there. Okay, now I'm going to get started on the shrimp, and for the shrimp to season it, we need cayenne pepper, chili powder, paprika, garlic powder, and salt and pepper, of course, which is behind me. I will grab that. And it's kind of got some weird measurements, like it's 0.19 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And you know, I'm not going to measure that out. I'm just going to sprinkle some on there until I think that it is enough. You know, we like things spicy, not too spicy. It calls for 3/4 of a teaspoon of chili powder, paprika, and garlic powder. I don't really know what paprika tastes like, if it really does anything, to be honest. But I love some chili powder and some garlic powder. And then, of course, salt and pepper to taste. And then I'm just going to mix this up and let this set until my vegetables are done. And then we are going to get the cauliflower rice going. I'm not going to cook it the way that this spicy shrimp fried rice says to do it. I'm just going to do my recipe for the Asian rice because I know that it's good and it will be good with this. Okay, I'm just gonna let that sit there while I get these vegetables done, and then we will cook this. This shrimp is actually already cooked. It was a frozen bag. We bought it a long time ago and really needed to use it up, so when I found this recipe, I thought this would be a good time to use it. I'm not personally a huge seafood lover, to be honest, and so I'm a little worried about reheating this later in the week. We'll probably definitely eat this one tonight because I will want to eat it while it's fresh to see if it's good, and then we will see how it reheats later in the week to see if I do another shrimp recipe in the future. But not 100% sure how I feel about this one, but you know, we bought the shrimp. I don't want to waste it, and I mean, you almost can't go wrong putting a bunch of spices on some kind of shrimp or chicken or whatever. It kind of covers up the taste. So if it needs more spice, I will add it to it as well. So the vegetables are almost done, but I'm going to go ahead and start my cauliflower fried rice, which I have 2 bags of this Green Giant Riced Veggies cauliflower medley. And I'm just going to put those in this pot and let it soften up. And then once it's done, we will add in some soy sauce. I'll actually crack an egg in there, and then my packet of fried rice seasoning mix and stuff. And so I will show you all that once I get to it. But I'm going to go ahead and just get this in the pan so that it can get softened up because it does take a few minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and get the stuff ready for the Asian fried rice that we're making. So I need 1 egg, which I went ahead and cracked it into this bowl. I've got 1 big heaping teaspoon of the minced garlic, and then I'm just going to add my 4 is it tablespoons or teaspoons? I think it's supposed to be tablespoons. Hang on, I got the wrong spoon. I'm going to go ahead and add my 4 tablespoons of soy sauce in here with the garlic, just so that it's ready and it'll be easy to pour right into the cauliflower. Okay, so here is the cauliflower rice. I've just added salt and pepper to it, and it's feeling pretty soft now. So I'm going to go ahead and add in my packet of this Sunbird seasoning mix, fried rice seasoning mix. I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm going to put the whole packet in there, and this is what really makes it taste like fried rice. It's delicious. And then I'm also going to go ahead and add in that soy sauce and garlic that I measured out. And then I'm going to mix this up well to where everything's nice and coated, and then we'll kind of push it to the side and put this egg in there and kind of scramble it up on the side and then mix it in with the rice, and it tastes just like fried rice. Okay, in this pan here, I'm going to go ahead and add in my shrimp that's just been sitting here. Again, this is fully cooked shrimp. It will not take very long to cook it all. Basically, I'm just going to get it warmed up. And I'm going to take my egg and add it in on the side of the fried rice here. I pushed it all to one side, so I'm going to add the egg here. And just kind of scramble it. Pan's hot. On the side, and then once it's scrambled, I will just mix it in with the rice. Just kind of like they do at the Japanese restaurants. And that's all it takes, is just a minute or so. And then I'm ready to mix it all together. Okay, so the cauliflower fried rice is done. I've taken it off, and the shrimp, of course, it was already fully cooked. I'm just kind of waiting for them to fully, you know, curl up and just really get and the sauce good. I did add about a tablespoon of sesame oil to this as well, and I think that's going to get it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and plate up the cauliflower rice and the shrimp in these containers, and I don't know exactly how much rice I have, but I'm just going to try to even it out equally. I almost should have made another bag of it. It doesn't seem like a lot. Okay guys, so I went ahead and made up another batch of the cauliflower fried rice because This was just a little dab, and I mean, we're only going to get like 5 or 6 shrimp each, and I didn't think that was going to be enough to fill us up. We made a spring roll or some of those dumplings with this, we'll see, but I just felt like we needed a little bit more of the cauliflower fried rice. And I had thought about doubling what I normally do to begin with, but then I thought, well, you know, I've made this before. Well, not this particular meal, but I've made the fried rice before and it's been enough. But the way that we've made it before, it's been with more chicken and stuff, and I don't know. It was just looking a little skimpy, so we made another batch. And that's the beauty of it being the cauliflower fried rice instead of regular rice. It's not going to count any more points. Just whatever the extra seasoning packet and stuff is. Okay guys, so I've got my fried rice in here, and now I'm going to do the shrimp. I don't really know how many we're each going to get. I'm going to start with putting 5 in each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then see if we get any more. Okay, there we go. There is the spicy shrimp with Asian fried rice, or fried cauliflower rice, and it looks delicious. I will leave the points on the screen, and then of course put it in the description box below, because I modified her recipe. She has what the points are if you do it exactly like hers, but she also used brown rice instead of cauliflower rice, so it will be lower points for sure than what she has on hers. Alright guys, here is the shrimp and the fried rice. It looks delicious. I've got 6 portions here, and then I just went ahead and put them in this tray instead of in a bowl, just in case we decide to have like a spring roll or a dumpling or something with them. Then we have the other little side to put that in. But this looks delicious, and since Charlie ate one, he said the shrimp does have a nice little kick to it. I said that's because it's got the cayenne pepper in it, so we will see how these are. Okay guys, I'm going to get my fruit in the fruit bowls and just get these done real quick, and probably speed it up for you and get this in the refrigerator. These have been sitting out for quite a while because I've already cooked all my food, so somehow or another this just kind of got pushed to the side, so I need to get these in the refrigerator quickly.
You blow my mind. I don't know if you know yet what's all around, and I'm dying to tell you. Well, I know that by now it is obvious, and that maybe I'm wasting my time, but I gotta try. The only reason I keep sneaking out at night to laugh with you in secret under city lights. Surprised you never had the guts to figure out how I feel about you. Wish me the best of luck. I'm gonna win your love. Coming to get you, dying to feel your touch. Wish me the best of luck. Coming to get you. Wish me the best of luck. Trying to steal your heart. Coming to get you. Coming to get you. Coming to get you. I've tried sometimes, but you're making me nervous. No, I've realized that I can't live without you. All my friends reassure that it's obvious, and that maybe I'm wasting my time, but I gotta try. The only reason I keep sneaking out at night to laugh with you in secret.
Okay, and here is my fruit and yogurt that is prepped. I prepped 6 containers. I actually still have one left over from last week that I will eat tomorrow, and then I will have 6 for Tuesday through Saturday, really, I guess, or Sunday next week. But anyway, this looks great. The fruit was nice and ripe. Surprisingly, it's still been pretty good. I've only gotten one bad cantaloupe so far this year, and we had to replace it, but so far so good. So anyway, and I have my diced peppers. I'm going to throw those in the fridge, and then all I have left to do is bake my chocolate peanut butter protein cookies. Okay, last thing I have to make today is my protein cookies. Y'all know the drill: a scoop of the PE Science protein, a scoop of the peanut butter protein, half a can of the pumpkin, 5 grams of the sugar-free Jell-O instant chocolate fudge pudding mix, 5 grams of the Hershey's cocoa. I do a big heaping tablespoon of the baking powder, mix it all together, and then at the end I will add in 14 grams of the Lily's dark no sugar added baking chips. And I do mix all of my dry ingredients first, then I'll add the egg whites and the pumpkin. Oh, I forgot to say on the egg whites, I usually start with about 100 grams or so, and then if it seems a little too thick or whatever, I will add a little bit more. It does not change the points calculation, at least on the blue plan. So anyway, I'm gonna get this mixed up real quick and get it in the oven. Doing 1 scoop of the PE Science chocolate cupcake, 1 scoop of the Matrix peanut butter cookie. One of my followers said that she used, oh, this hasn't been opened yet. One of my followers said that she used the PB2 because she didn't have this, and said that that worked great as well. We're gonna do five or so grams of the Hershey's Dark Cocoa. Sometimes it goes over. There, that's 6 grams. I don't think it starts counting until it hits 5 grams. Same thing with the Jell-O, but I'm not going to tear it out. We're at 6 grams, so I need to go up to 11 to get 5 grams of this. There we go, perfect. And I just put a little piece of tape on this box to keep it together because this does last for a few weeks actually. And then I'm going to do a big heaping tablespoon of baking powder. And I'm just going to mix all of the dry ingredients. Then I'm going to go in with half of this can of pumpkin, which there's 425 grams in here, so I'm going to put about 212 grams. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in 100 grams of egg whites. And I don't know if you can tell on camera, it's a little dark, but it seems a little bit dry. I'm going to put just another little splash of egg whites in here. And then we're going to go in with 14 grams of the Lily's baking chips. And I'm going to get my baking sheet ready and get these in the oven. Okay, there's the cookies. They're ready to go into the oven at 350 for 9 to 10 minutes. Hey guys, I just wanted to say thank you for watching this meal prep video today. I hope that you got some good ideas and maybe try one of these recipes. I will let y'all know how we like them. Later in the week, I'll probably do another full day of eating or at least a meal prep review video. That way, because we've never tried either one of these. I mean, I have my Asian cauliflower fried rice, but not the shrimp with the Cajun seasoning and stuff that we ended up mixing up for that. And I've never tried this chicken recipe, and again I modified it and added in some poblano peppers and stuff. We did not use the onions and scallions and stuff that it called for just because we don't use those, so that's one reason we just left those out, and I just substituted in some extra peppers. So I will let y'all know later in the week how we enjoyed our meals. And of course, if you're not already following me on Instagram, follow me over there. It is lovingtolose_ww_Jen, and that is also down in the description box below. And I think there's also a little link that you can click just to take you straight to my Instagram, where I do post content daily, and you know, I'll post pictures of my meals and kind of do some what I eat in a days on there as well. But thank you for watching this video. I hope that you fully enjoyed it. And again, if you haven't already, click subscribe, become part of the family. I'm glad that you are here.
Just another sunny day in Southern California.